Hey everyone, welcome back to Retro Gaming Ledger. Today I'm going to be doing a video that is per request on my channel, specifically looking at Xbox original games. They want me to look at price increases that are happening on GameStop. I've briefly looked at GameStop's website and looked at the pricing. I'm going to do my best to kind of assume that what we've seen certain increases. I don't have confirmation on these prices, but we are going to use this video kind of as an anchor to know for the future what prices we're at a given day. And then, I can go back, or we can go back, and we can look at those prices and kind of see where the market is going. So this is through a request from my channel on the comment section. And we'll just go through the entire section of Xbox OG. I went through it briefly. There are less pages compared to the Xbox 360. I think there's like 36 pages for Xbox OG. And for Xbox 360, it goes up to I think we're up at 55 pages, and there's about 20 listings per page. So let's get into it. I'm just going to briefly go page by page, and we'll kind of look at what what games are priced at, and kind of also, look at some price charts as well to see if the GameStop listing is accurately, if they're pricing it correctly compared to where the game is going. So let's get into it. Hey everyone, here we are at the GameStop listings for Xbox Original. We're starting off low price to high price, and we're going to go one by one and kind of look and generalize whether the values look good, or if they've gone up. We're kind of just going to be guessing. I don't have confirmation on some of these prices, and we're just going to obviously use this as an anchor, a starting point, so that in the future we can go back to it and kind of know what has changed. And we'll make kind of analyzations of some of these games to see if they're fairly priced, or uh, you know, or they should be higher or lower. Another thing I want to mention is the GameStop has recently ended their promo. There is no more 4 for 10. They're doing a buy two, get one free for Xbox One and PS4, which to me signifies that they are testing to see if people are coming in for retro games versus more modern games. So I thought that was an interesting development that I wanted to share with you uh, moving forward. Uh, so the cheapest game available at their stores is a college football game, and it is at the $3 range, which makes sense. A lot of their sports games, they're gonna keep them fairly low. I know Xbox 360 has a couple games that are priced in this $1.99, $2, $3 range. It's like a Mass Effect 3, a Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, a couple other games. They're in that price tier. So there's only one Xbox original game at the $2.99 price tier, which is interesting. I don't know if it's just based off the selection they offer. That's the only one they got. The rest are $4.99 and up. So Tetris Worlds, that makes sense. I don't think we've seen price fluctuations or changes. Project Gotham Racing, this has been $4.99 for as long as I know. Pac-Man World 2, $4.99. This all makes sense. Prince of Persia, Warrior Within, I believe this has been $4.99. Let's take the look at the price chart and see if that is a good price for that game with CIB. Let's take a look. Prince of Persia, Xbox Original. Oh, Persia, Xbox. Let's see. This is Xbox OG. This is Warrior Within. So it looks like a CIB at 988. Let's look at the chart. Wow, chart looks great. That looks like a nice chart. It's going up. It's got a nice trajectory. It's at $10. It's a good price. $4.99. And if they run the 4 for 10 again, and you have this available in your area, you can get it for $2.50. Even at the $5 mark, pretty good price given the chart. The chart looks like it is. It looks nice. It looks at like a healthy, nice moving chart. We could see a couple dollar move in the next couple months. Could be get up to 13. By 2027, we could be at $15 in 2027. So maybe not that high, but certainly within that range, 10 to 15. It's going to be at 13 by next year. It looks like it's moving nicely. So Fight Night, of course, a $5 game. Dance Dance Revolution, $5. NASCAR. This all makes sense. A Madden, All Star Baseball. Some of these sports games, though, I'll mention this. I did a video back on my channel that looked at Xbox OG sports game titles, and they're going up in price. There's several of them, in a nice trajectory, and they're going up. So, these price at $4.99, there might be some movement at some point. I'm not sure, but you know, compared to the 360 in their sports games, the Xbox OG games are a little bit older, so there might be more movement in these games just because they're older and they have more collectible value, and whatnot. So, these $4.99 prices are not set in stone. They could move. We could go to the $6.99, $7.99. Here's Da Vinci Code sitting at $4.99. For as long as I know, this has been sitting at $4.99. I've been to consignment shops, and I've seen this game at $10 at a consignment shop. I think I've been at a retro game store, and I think this is either $4.99 or $7.99, somewhere in that price tier. Let's look at the chart actually and see what's going on with Da Vinci Code. Da Vinci Code Xbox. Let's see. $7.99. A wild chart, really. Going up. Look at that. $8.21. Then, a cascade down, and then it's retesting its all-time high. So this game is highly volatile. This big gap down is interesting. It's a little different. I haven't seen this going on. I haven't seen a valley like this, and then a re-uptake to the all-time high. I haven't seen this in a lot of charts. Normally the gaps aren't that deep, but it looks like there's a gap here and then goes up. So it's very volatile. The swings are pretty big, from $4, $5 to $8. So, the trend is upward over time, because it's bouncing off that $4 range. So, the $4.99 makes sense. That is an accurate price tier. Let's move on to LA Rush. LA Rush at $4.99 looks like a racing game. I have never played it. Let's take a look. $8.93 the CIB chart. Yeah, looks like all-time high back in 2023. Came down, and it's coming back up a little bit. Yeah, $4.99 makes sense to me. Amazing. Of course, we got the Tom Clancy Ghost Recons at $4.99. Those all make sense. Shadow Ops. This game I heard is not that good. I've heard really bad reviews. $4.99 makes a lot of sense. Rally Sport Challenge. I actually bought this game at GameStop. I think I got it for 4 for $10 for $2.50. The chart looked really interesting at the time. It might have changed by then. Let's see. Rally Sport. Yeah, I saw this and the chart looked pretty interesting to me. So I got it. Maybe. Yeah, there was a spike up. Yeah, in June, I saw the spike up and it's all-time high, so I got it for $2.50. So, the $4.99 makes sense. It's just beginning to get around that $10 range. It's really stuck around just above that $5. So I don't know if GameStop's going to wait a while to see, over time, maybe up until 2027. If this sticks around $10, it might change. for right now, $4.99 makes a lot of sense because that floor was at like just above $5, so that all makes sense. Here's a Ford racing game, $5, $5. America's Army. The $4.99 section for Xbox Original is pretty vast. There, it's very similar to the 360. There's a big portion of games that are $4.99, and there's also a big portion of games that are $9.99 for 360. But I think with Xbox Original, there is a substantial amount of games that are still $4.99. Here's Ghost Recon, another Ghost Recon, NBA Drive, the Italian Job for 360. I just want to I've never looked at the Italian Job for 360 in their price chart. I've never looked at this price chart. Okay, $11. That's... Wow. That chart's nice. What do you guys think? Does anyone own the Italian Job? Pretty good. All-time highs. Recently, the chart looks pretty healthy. Up, down, retracement, up to the top, down, up. This looks healthy, and this game looks like it's gonna keep going up. So GameStop better start thinking about repricing this one. If I were them, $6.99, easy. Based on this chart, and since 2023 you've had a price increase, yeah, I'd go $6.99. I'd cover my bases and hedge at $6.99. So this game, it would be a pickup for me for $5. I like this game at $5. At $2.50, it's a bargain. I want to see if there's actually some by me. Nope, not available. Yeah, I would pick that up. That's interesting at $4.99. MVP Baseball, yep, that all makes sense. Medal of Honor, European Assault. These games tend to be $5. The pricing is kind of interesting. I don't know what the price charts are saying. Medal of Honor, European Assault. Let's look. Xbox, $10, $9.50. Pretty good. Yeah, all-time high a while ago, 2025, April. It's settled into just below that. Yeah, $4.99 makes sense. It could go up. It's really hugging that 10, the higher end of the 5. Yeah, I mean, $4.99 makes sense. That might change, though. If it goes above 10 for a while, that price might change. I can see that price changing. Project Gotham. Here's Project Gotham Racing, $4.99. NBA Live, sports games, hunting games, Madagascar. Let's take a look at Madagascar. I like these movie title games because the price charts tend to be interesting. Madagascar Xbox. They because of the licensing. Sometimes these games have licensing issues and the pricing tends to be, the charts are nice to look at. Okay, $11. This is an interesting one. Flat for a while, around $7, and that looks like it was the floor. There was a floor at 5, then COVID. There was a floor at 7. We had an all-time high in 2024, came down a little bit, and now, it's peaking above 10 2 times recently. Yeah, $5. I'm a buyer on this if I find it complete in box. I would get this. These movie game, we don't know what's going to happen. There's all kinds of licensing issues. There tend to be a little bit harder to find. This one's an Activision one, which they have notoriously had licensing issues. The Transformers, all the games in 360 are all having licensing issues, and the only way you can get it is on the disc. You can't get it digitally. So here's DreamWorks, their logo on here. At $4.99, this is a buy for me. At $2.50, extreme bargain. I like it. That's definitely something I would look at if you can find it. Amped at $4.99 is absolutely, makes sense. It's a fun game. If you don't, I have Amped and I have Amped 2. Fun snowboarding games. If you got this game, it's just an enjoyable, fun winter sports game. Definitely check it out. It's worth $4.99 in my opinion. I played a lot of Extreme Sport Xbox original games. Another one was Trans World Surf. They're all fun. They're all fun and unique games. Some you can even input your own music and into the game, which was a lot of fun. FIFA World Cup, yep, $4.99. Air Force Delta Storm. This game, I think I bought a copy recently from GameStop. Let's see. Delta Xbox. Let's see what's going on with this one. Oh, man, I can't find it. Air Force Delta Xbox. Come on. All right, here we are. Chart looks great. Wow. Konami. Okay. Okay. It's hugging the $10 line, and it's been bouncing off that $10 line for a while, since 2025. Yeah, $4.99 is an interesting price point. GameStop should start thinking about raising that to $6.99 at some point. It really was at this price threshold for a while, and now it looks like it's at the new price threshold at $10. If I were them, I would switch to $6.99 on that one. I don't know if they're going to, but $4.99 is a good deal. If you get this, obviously 4 for $10, even better. Prince of Persia. I always like checking out the Prince of Persia games. Let's see what they're pricing at. Prince of Persia. That's Sands of Time. That's where are we? Xbox OG. Oh, that's nice. $12.99. Oh yeah, that chart is pretty. That's a pretty chart. Yeah. 2020, COVID. And we got some bounce. Some widening the price. Extreme downs, up, down, and then we had up. Then we had some all-time highs. Just a retesting of all-time highs over a long period of time. 11. I mean, 12 or 12.45, and now up to 13. So yes, this is a pickup at $4.99. Easy. You go to GameStop. You find out if I want this game now. Looking at the price chart. Yeah, but I got one 31 miles away. And they probably don't have complete in box. So, yeah, this is a pickup. What's the loose doing? Okay, loose is a little bit of distance from complete. Yeah, one sale per week. So I mean, the price chart looks pretty. For me, this is a pickup. This is a pickup at $4.99. You get for $2.50 when they run the promo. I don't know when they're going to run the promo again. We have to wait. Promos are nice. When those promos happen, you can get these games at basement bargain deals, and they're worth it. Test Drive, yep, $4.99 makes sense. Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, the $4.99. This is kind of a common game. American Chopper, it's kind of cool. I like these TV show games. I like them just because. Just add them to the collection. They're kind of unique. It's got that sense of the period of what was going on in TV. They're kind of cool. I have the first American Chopper Xbox original game. I don't have this one. You get to design bikes. You get to drive them around. You're in the shop. They're kind of cool. It's kind of a cool game. Big Mother Truckers. Interesting. I don't know what this game is, but let's look at the chart. Big Mother Truckers. Let's see. We're looking at the second one. So at 932. Who would have thought these games are doing so well? $11. Okay. The chart looks great. This chart looks great. I mean, this makes me want to buy the game. I don't even know what this game is, but now I want to read the description. $4.99. Okay. Each own their own personalized driving style and unique voice lines. Take on outrageous, including bar brawls, off-road challenges, stunt driving, and odd jobs that break up the long-haul action. So you're a trucker, and it looks like you do different things. You go to bars and you do off-roading stuff. Outrun corrupt law enforcement. Okay. Upgrade your rig. Okay. Haul cargo across hit count. This is just like a trucker game, a trucker video game. Interesting. Okay. Interesting concept. Just looking at the pricing, yeah, $4.99 looks good. Um, I don't know when GameStop will reprice it. It's going up. It needs to go above $10 for a little bit, and then they might reprice it. Um, yeah, yeah, $4.99. $4.99 makes sense right now. Here's a Madden. Here are all the sports games clustered in here. Heroes of the Pacific. Let's take a look at this one. There goes my energy saver. Heroes of the Pacific, Xbox, 852. Yeah, it just seems to be stuck in this just above $5 range. Yeah, $4.99 makes sense. $4.99 makes sense. I have Aragon. I bought it for $4.99 at a board game store that had Xbox original games. It had a complete in box, so the $4.99 is pretty much what the marketplace is saying that game's worth. I think last time I checked, it was like $8, $9. No, it's $8. Xbox original. Yeah, it's just floating around. It's not really going upward, 45 degree. It's just bouncing around. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know if you're a Dragon Slayer. I haven't played it yet. I have it, and I've just been getting. I haven't gotten to a lot of these games, but I have it. I would like to play it. I've never seen the film. The cast looks Jeremy Irons, and it looks like there's a dragon right there. Unique dragon gameplay, devastating summon attacks, call on your dragon ally during melee. So, okay, dragonflight combat. Okay, so it looks like you have dragon gameplay. Cool, interesting. I'd like to play that. That sounds interesting. Here's Reckless at $4.99. That is the typical price. I think at other retro gaming stores I've seen $7.99, but at $4.99 I believe that game makes sense. Clone Wars $4.99. Here's a Star Wars game. I have never played it. I think I own it somewhere. Let's look at Clone Wars. Just interested. I'm always interested in the Xbox game and the Star Wars Xbox games. Yeah, that's doing pretty good. 1134. Wow, what's going on here? Price spike. Some upward movement, very small upward movement. Then a huge price spike. I don't know what's going on with this game, but there's something going on. Recently. Yeah, $13 almost. Um, yeah, I'd pick this. This is a buy at $4.99. If you could, obviously, if they're on the promo at $2.50, even better. But yeah, $5 is interesting for this game, given what I don't know what's going on with this price spike. We were just the floor is just above $5, but this price spike, if it continues, yeah, I would pick this up for 5. This is an interesting. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know if AI is going to tell us anything. We can look. Clone Wars, Xbox OG. Why did the price spike on price charting? Typically caused by low sales volume skewing the automated data. Okay. Low sales data. I mean, maybe bundle confusion. Yeah, low liquidity. All right, so AI gave me a convoluted answer. Not really great. Low liquidity. I don't know about that. Um, keep an eye on this game. Keep an eye on that. That's price spike's interesting. Let me look at the sales volume. 1 sale per month, 3 sales per week, complete in box. So don't listen to AI. Don't listen to anything AI said. The 3 sales per week is active. That's usually you can get a 1 sale per week. All the games that I kind of look at, 1 sale per week is usually normal. 3 sales per week is abnormal. This seems to be a little bit more than usual on the complete. There's something going on maybe with this game. So I think we should all take a look at this game further in the next couple of months and see what happens and come back to it, because I think something's going on. Something's going on. I'm just not. I don't know why. AI won't tell me. AI doesn't have the information, apparently. It just gave me a really weird answer. There's my American Chopper that I currently own. I have that one. So these all make sense at $4.99. Unreal Championship at $4.99. I was a big fan of Unreal Tournament, and yeah, I like that price point actually. Let's take a look at the game. I know a lot of places. I've been to retro gaming stores, and that's the typical price is $4.99. I mean, the game is at $10.91 right now. The chart hit an all-time high. It's retested its all-time high from 2025. So, I like this game. It looks like it's trending upwards. $4.99 is kind of a good deal right now. They could change the price. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they changed the price to $6.99. Never played Trans World Snowboarding, $4.99. This, extreme sports games at $4.99 makes sense. Makes sense. Here's a bowling. Here's another sports game, poker, racing. I have Carve complete in box. I got this for the 4 for 10, $2.50, and oh man, it's a steal. I like buying these Xbox original games. They're so much heavier. If you feel the case, you actually hold on to the case. They feel heavier. They used thicker plastic on the cases, and the manuals were thicker, and it's like literally hold an Xbox 360 game next to an Xbox original game, and there's a weight difference. It's just, they're just not making physical games like they used to. It's just so, it's like shrinkflation. I don't know if you guys know that term, shrinkflation. You get less product, you spend the same amount of money, you get less product. And that's what it feels like the quality of these games are. Like even the cases are getting smaller and they weigh less. Shrinkflation. I'll give you an example of shrinkflation. It's like ice cream. You could spend the same amount of money on a tub of ice cream, and over time the tub of ice cream gets smaller and smaller, but you don't realize the difference because it shortens it, over time, smaller and smaller. So that's what I think I feel like is going on with physical games. And now it's going to be completely disappeared with digital. Okay, here's Star Wars Jedi Knight Academy at $5. This is a pickup. Pick this up. I think I picked this up for $10 at a local game store, local retro game store. $4 is it's too low. It's too low for a Star Wars game. An action Star Wars game. God. I don't know what they're thinking. GameStop on this one. Yeah. Pick this up. You're at $15. I think they're crazy. I do get the price dip, but the floor, the basement floor is at $10, $11, and now it's going back up slightly to 15. This is underpriced. Get it, buy it. You find it, buy it. That's a steal. That's a steal. I want to get another copy. I got one 22 miles away. Is it complete in box? I don't know. I could call the store and find out. But that's a steal. I don't know what they're thinking at $5, but I don't know. I don't know. That's surprising. I don't know if I picked one up from GameStop or it was nine. This game might have been $9.99 at some point at GameStop, and then they dropped the price. I don't know. $4.99 is just low. It's low. I don't know what's going on there. Here's Rainbow Six 3. Along with Tom Clancy's $4.99 is the correct price point. Moving on, sports games, another Tom Clancy, outdoor. We're gonna try to speed things up. Here's some more sports, some fishing, drag racing, baseball, $4.99. It all makes sense. Grand Theft Auto 3 at $4.99. 2, I don't know what they're doing here. I mean, I'd like some explanation. This game should not be $4.99. Yes, it's a little bit of a dated Grand Theft Auto, but this is one of the OGs. This is what started Grand Theft Auto, really, to what it is today. So for $5 is an insult. Maybe. I don't know. It kind of is to me. It's at $12. I don't know if the covers make a difference. Yeah, I get it's just below $10. So yeah, I get why they priced it at 5. We had a price spike up to 15. I get why. Yeah, that's the PAL. Yeah, I get why they priced it. Because there's just a bottom floor around 10. Yeah. I mean, if they're looking at just price charting, yeah. I don't know. To me, they could get away with $6.99. People will pay it. People will pay it. It's just an iconic game. You kind of have to have it if you have your collection. So, I don't know. I don't know. If there is higher price trending on this is going to change. It might change quick too. You know, I don't know. This game's kind of hard to find too. I look for it all the time. Yeah, I guess there's lots of copies. They're just far away from me. 31 miles is the closest. All right. Doom 3. I like Doom 3 at $4.99. That's kind of a deal. This one's hard to find. Pretty sure. $10. Xbox OG. Yeah, it looks like it's at 10. It's really just hugging that $10 line. Yeah, $4.99 makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Yep. Yeah, $4.99 makes sense. I have AM2. I love this game. Love, love, love this game. So much fun. Well worth $5. Well worth it. If you like snowboarding games, if you like winter sports games, that's fun. It's a fun game. Sports games, racing games. I mean, we're not gonna. We could individually look at those pricings, but it just take too much time. Finding Nemo. This is another one of those licensing movie games. I like looking at these games. $4.99. That's actually pretty cheap. Let's take a look. $7.28. So the price charting is a little bit on the lower side. CIB. We had an all-time high recently in February. $10. It is going back down to its mean. I mean, just above $5. So I still like these license. There's all kinds of issues with these licensing games and these movies. So I would get it. I'd get it at 5. I'd get this over a sports game because it looks nice and it's unique. There's some mundane nature to all these sports games that I prefer, like a movie game, even if it's kids movie game. I prefer having that in my collection rather than all these NCAA March Madness 2005, NCAA, NFLK 2K3. I don't need all these sports games. I need a couple, but that I would treasure over that. Here's another snowboarding game, Dark Summit. Don't know if that's a unique snowboarding game or skiing game. Here's horse racing. Some more sports. Kill Switch at $4.99 makes sense. That's kind of a common game. I think I bought it at a pawn shop for about $5. Kill Switch, Xbox. Let's see. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Kill Switch. I'm gonna go Xbox. Yeah, price chart, it looks okay. It looks okay. It's not at $10, but it's going upwards. 866. Okay. Yeah, $4.99 makes sense. The $4.99 price point makes sense. Here's a Mission Impossible 1. Trying to speed things up. My laptop battery is running out. Mission Impossible. Let's do Xbox. 670. That's kind of low. Oh man, weird. Price spike up. It's going upwards now. Why is it so low? It's been low. It's going upwards though. That's the good sign. Had a weird price spike in May. $9. Yeah. $4.99 makes sense. It's going upwards. Keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on that one. That's interesting. Yeah. I like Transworld Surf a lot. Fun game. Fun game. A little bit repetitive, but it's cool catching these waves, and you get really, it's a little tricky, but once you get good at it, it becomes so much fun. I really like that game. And you get eaten by sharks. That's pretty cool too. Um, okay. Snowblind. Project Snowblind. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, $8 range. Chart looks okay. It's going upwards. It's come back down from its all-time highs, around $10. So $4.99 makes sense right now. People rave about this Brother in Arms Road to Hill. I have not played it, but people love it. They love it. And yeah, $4.99 is what I've seen on this game for price for what GameStop's offered. So that makes sense. I've seen a $4.99 price handle on that. Okay, this one, Star Wars Battlefront, I picked up this game for $5, complete in box for $5. Well worth it. Fun game. The first Battlefront. Really cool maps. They have Cloud City. There's some other ones I can't remember off the top of my head. Endor's pretty cool. I forget the other ones, but definitely fun. Fun game. Pretty cool. They have fighters. They actually have like X-wings and TIE fighters in the game. And I was kind of when I hadn't played the first one. I played the second one, Battlefront 2 for Xbox original, and I loved that game. It had a space battles and stuff like that, but I didn't realize they had fighters and X-wings and TIE fighters on maps, and I was like, "This is amazing!" Like, wow! I didn't know they had it in the first one. So this is kind of an overlooked gem out of the Battlefront series. Pick it up. $5 is really underpriced in my opinion. Great game, great replayability. Yeah, it's at 13. It's Yeah, it's at 13. It was at 7. Now it's bumping around. It had an all-time high pre-owned at 1570. Now it's just bumping around above 10. I like this game at $5. I think it's going up. I like it. I like all the Star Wars games. Just get it. $5. You get the 4 for 10 for 250. That's a steal. That's a steal if you get it for $2.50. Halo 2 at $5. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of amazed that Halo 2 is at $5. $15. Oh my god, CIB. Yeah, I mean it's really bounced around. Oh boy. I don't know what I saw, $15. Maybe it's not 15. Yeah, 12, 13. Okay, I for $5. Oh, for $5. Yeah. Yeah. I would I'd get Halo 2 for $5. All right, Full Spectrum Warrior. Yep, that's been the fight. $5. Okay, all the Splinter Cells. If you get a Splinter Cell at $5, worth it. Worth it. Tom Clancy Splinter Cells are all having licensing issues. There's all kinds of problems going on with their games, uh, especially Xbox original games. I don't care what copy it is, I would get it. If it's $5 or $10 and under, and you that general price range, just get them. I literally go into GameStop stores and I ask them if they have Splinter Cell OGs, the first Splinter Cell. They've got it for $5. I got one for 250 complete in box. Yeah, it's absolutely worth it. Later I can decide I'm gonna sell it, hold on to it, goes up in value. I'm holding on to the Splinter Cells. I just think something's going on with these games. That's just me personally. Just Call of Duty Finest Hour, same story. True Crime Streets of LA. I have this game. It's an open world LA crime drama game. The gameplay is pretty atrocious. The frame rate driving around this huge, ambitious city is really, really bad. It's choppy. It would be a cool game if they got the frame rate right. It'd be an awesome game. It'd be like another GTA, but they just didn't get the frame rate correct. And it's choppy when you're driving a car fast, through city streets. Let's look at the price chart. I'm just interested to see. Yeah, it says a $10 price point. The price chart looks good. It's consistently going up. It's not a great game. The concept's cool. Very ambitious. It's a very ambitious open world GTA like game. Yeah, for $5. Yeah, I mean, if you like open world games, it's definitely a pickup. If you get it for 250, yeah, it's even better. Enter the Matrix, another movie type game, fun gameplay where you get to fight agents. $5, pretty good price point. I own this one. This one's backwards compatible on the Xbox 360, Mech Assault 2. The first one is not backwards compatible, but this one is. It's fun. It's fun. It's a fun game. You're big. You're a robot. You're basically just blowing up everything. Fun game. $4.99. I got this for $2.50 for a 4 for 10 deal. It was loose. But I still thought it was worth it because I loved the Mech Assault genre back in the early 90s, mid to late 90s. Just the board game stuff. I just had to have loose. I just had to have it. My childhood. Here's some sports games. Medal of Honor Frontline. Can't forget the D-Day. One of the best D-Day landing invasion games ever. Just looked amazing. $4.99. This has been $4.99 for a while. Conflict Desert Storm. Another one. $4.99. It's been there for a while. I'm just trying to speed things up, and because we have limited time, and kind of just go through here. Another Ghost Recon Tom Clancy at $4.99. A Destroy All Humans Xbox original at $4.99. Destroy All Humans is a unique game genre. Okay, $10. Yeah, $4.99 makes sense. It could go up, but $4.99 makes sense. Crimson Skies. This is a very, very common game. $4.99. It's always been $4.99. I don't know if it's ever going to change. But it's a fun game. It's a fun flying game. Dead to Rights at $5. That's a pretty good game. I like the $5. I would get that, actually. That's a pretty good price point for a game that's often in demand. Here's Mech Assault Original at $4.99. That hasn't changed. That's a fun game too. I'm surprised that hasn't changed. Splinter Cell. I like the Splinter Cells. I'm personally stacking these games. I think they're worth the $5. If they go up, I might stop doing it, but I'm getting them right now because I think they're undervalued. I think they're underpriced. Brute Force. People have mixed reviews of this game. $4.99. This is a common title. That would make sense. This game, the original Forza, Microsoft's original Forza. I got this for $2.50. It's a good game, and the price chart looked good. Oh, come on, Xbox. I want Xbox OG Forza. Oh, so many Forzas. Forza Xbox OG. Come on. Come on. That's the not for resale. I don't know. Can't find it. That's okay. The chart looked good on that one. I got it, and for 250, it was a great deal. Medal of Honor: Rising Sun. That's a Pearl Harbor style fighting game. It's been $4.99 for a while. Um, I'm gonna see how much time I have left on my laptop. We got 14 minutes, guys. We're racing against the clock. Um, okay. Honor. Let's do Rising Sun. You know, guys, if you give me 2 seconds, I'm gonna go get my charger real fast. Okay, $10. Chart looks interesting. Yeah, 4.99 makes sense. Okay, we're gonna speed through this. Full Spectrum Warrior. Okay, now we moved out of the 4.99. We're at 6.99. I think the 6.99 bracket is pretty big comparatively to 360. They kind of bumped up these prices a little bit. There's a good cohort of games over here. Fantastic Four. This is an Activision licensed for 6.99. That interests me a lot. Another Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones, 6.99. That interests me. Shark Tale licensing, Activision. I would check that one out. We're just going through here and kind of looking. Rogue Ops. This has been $6.99 for a while. It has not moved. But I haven't played this game. I'm thinking it's almost like a Perfect Dark. So very interesting. Red Faction 2 for $6.99. Secret Weapons Over Normandy at $6.99. This has been priced. I've seen this at pawn shops at $6.99. This price has been pretty stable. It hasn't moved or changed. King Arthur. This game is freaking hard to find. If I find it, I will buy it for $6.99 in a second. In a second. I got Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I think I got it for like $7 at a consignment shop. I thought it was well worth it. Cool RPG style game. This one is a good game it's hard to find, but it's a fun game. Shoot 'em up. I think it's almost like a GTA open world style game. $6.99. I think that's underpriced at $6.99. I don't have time to look at the price chart, but this is on my list to get at $6.99. Game is a steal. This game is a steal, and honestly it could go up fast in price. I see this game going up later, fast. Minority Report, an Activision movie title. This is a buy at $6.99 in my opinion. I don't know what the price charting looks like, but I would definitely take a look at that. Gun, I own Gun on Xbox OG. I need to get the 360 version, but at $6.99, pretty good deal. I know the Xbox 360 is a lot more. I think it's at 20, and I think it's because of licensing issues or something. It's not available in the digital store. Something. But 360 is at $20 right now. Golden Eye, another Bond at $6.99. That is a good price. That's a consistent price at $6.99. I would pick that up. It's a fun game, fun shooter, first-person shooter. Jedi Starfighter, $6.99. Some of these price points are just fine. I would pick them up. I think these games are kind of undervalued, in my opinion. Catwoman, another licensing game. I'd pick up that for $7.99. To me, that's kind of cheap and affordable. Mafia at $7.99. I've heard the gameplay is a little bit different, but it's fun. I think $7.99 is kind of on the lower end. I think it probably should be a little bit higher. I think that's open world. The original Deus Ex, Invisible War, $7.99. That's pretty good. Kingdom Under Fire. This game has been $7.99 for a while. It has not moved in price. Here's another 007 game at $8. Max Payne. Uh-oh. Gotta plug in the computer. All right, guys. Um, Here, actually, let me bring you guys with me real fast. I'll plug in. I'll plug in, and we'll do the rest. One sec. Kind of doing it kind of fast. All right. All right. Wolverine's Revenge at 10. We're at the $10 threshold. You know, we're halfway through the pages. Here's Path of Neo at $10. You know my theory on licensing in these games. They're definitely buys. At $10, I haven't played this game. I don't know how good it is. Here's Obi-Wan. I've heard people rave about this game. $10. Let's take a look at the chart. We're gonna be selective for looking at charts. Okay, so it's pressed at 10. We've got an 11 handle. Yeah, it's kind of been just above 10. Yeah, maybe they see something going on with Obi-Wan. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I like the Star Wars games. I haven't played this one, but I like a lot of the Star Wars Xbox games. Here's another Unreal Championship. The two Unreal Championship games are price charting at the same amount, but the first Unreal Championship is $4 and this one's $9. I have no idea why the price difference. So that makes me think that the other Unreal Championships might be going up in price. If they're priced the same, I'm price charting. Here's Aeon Flux. This is based off of a movie, an older movie. This is kind of a rare game, kind of hard to find. I don't know if it's a good game, it could be a bad game, but sometimes these bad games become like collector's items because they're so bad they're good. I like, I'll give you an example. On the Super Nintendo, The Lawnmower Man. The game got horrible reviews, but now it's like highly sought after because it's so bad that it's good. So, I mean, you never really know. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for $10. I mean, that's a no-brainer for me. I'd pick that up. And just think, if they ran the 4 for 20, you get this for $5 complete in box. Awesome deal. Lord of the Rings, Two Towers. I think this is basically an RPG. It could be like a co-op RPG game. For the Lord of the Rings, and you've got licensing, $10 is a good price. Oh, here's Jedi Outcast. This one's fun. Kind of hard to find complete in box. For $10. Think about if you get the 4 for 20, get this for 5. Even for $10, for me, I spend the $10. I just like the game, so just add it to my collection. Half-Life for $10. To me, that is a good price. I love Half-Life, so I kind of hard to find too. So I would get that. Bad Boys licensing. It's a movie. I don't think the chart is that good. I looked at the chart. I almost bought this game for $12.99 at a local retro game store. I looked at the chart and I didn't really like it. Yeah, it was kind of like flat. It was priced at $12, and I was like, oh, I don't want to spend $12 if it's just like flat, and I don't know what the game's like. So I mean, I don't know. It's you think about the licensing and all this stuff. I don't know. I might come back to this game. I kind of want it, kind of don't. It's kind of weird. I want this one, Robin Hood Defender of the Crown. It's Capcom. Capcom does a great job with games, and it's a Robin Hood game. It's kind of a rare game, so I definitely want that. I want to find it. It's hard to find. $12 CIB. The chart really doesn't look that impressive. To me, it's kind of a hard to find game. I want it. I want it. So something unique to add to the collection. If you don't have Vice City and you've never played Vice City, get it. $9. I think it's a fair price. $9 makes sense to me on that one. Red Dead Revolver, $10. That's been $10 for a while. Morrowind, $10. That all makes sense. Fable, Lost Chapters. That's generally the price point. I think I paid $12.99 at a consignment shop for Lost Chapters. So Metal Gear Solid 2 for $10. It's fair price. Need for Speed Carbon. I know the 360 version is really going up in price. I forget, it's like at $30, I believe, on 360. I don't know if the Xbox version is a little different. It's a little lower priced or whatnot, but I know the 360 version is just going bonkers right now. Sid Meier's Pirates. I think this is like a third-person pirate ship exploration map type game. I don't know if it's also a third-person like sword fighting game. It might be, but $10. I believe that's a fair price. Got The Hobbit at 10. So I mean, we're at this $10 threshold. We got Fight Club at $10. Do I think that might be a good price? It might be. Let's take a look. Kind of a rare game, maybe. $12 in price charting. Oh, the chart looks great. That chart looks great. I'm interested in that chart. Look at that, since 2020. Yeah, if there was a copy and I got it for, no copy. If I got that for $5 for the 4 for 20 when they run that deal, I would get it. Sneakers. This is a semi-rare game. $10. I don't know if that's worth it. We'll look at the price charting. Yeah, chart looks good for sneakers. I think you play as a mouse and you have to hide from a cat. You have to do different, get cheese and get food and scraps at a house, and you gotta avoid the cat. That chart looks great. Yeah, I would pick this up. It had an all-time high and then dipped back down to 11, but I think it's going to come back up. The chart is telling me it's going to come back up. So $10 is probably the right price point, but yeah, I'm a cheapskate. I would wait till the promos and get these all for $5 and snipe them with complete in box. Another thing is, you go to GameStop and take pictures of their inventory. If they've got a game, complete in box on, if they have a game complete in box, take a picture of it and make sure you know what store it is. Because then you'll have a record and be like, oh, I can go back to that store and they have complete in box. Lord of the Rings. I heard the gameplay is kind of wonky with this one. The story's not that great. They tried to follow the movie, but you're just like, you're in Hobbitville and you're just doing different tasks. Some people like it, some people don't. It's been $10 for a while. And yeah. So we're at the $10. It's a good, fair amount of games in the $10 price range. It's interesting. Conflict Desert Storm 2 is not backwards compatible, but the first one is. So I don't know what Xbox was thinking, only doing one backwards compatible. Just didn't think things through a little bit. Bloodwake for 10. That's been there for a while. Fun, I guess, nautical boat shooter game where you're just blowing up everything, jumping through waves. Fun game. Star Wars Republic Commando. This has been $10 for a while. And yeah, so Star Wars Battlefront 2. at $10. The first one's at $5. Definitely the first one's a pickup, no brainer. I love the second one too. I own both. I got this one for $1 on Facebook Marketplace purchase, so definitely I was excited for that one. We're just gonna move through here pretty fast. Halo, the OG, the original Combat Evolved at $10. I picked one up for $10. I didn't get a deal on it. I just needed to have it. I needed a complete box for $10. So here's Batman Begins. That's backwards compatible, and at $10. So I, added to my collection. Had to have it. Had to have it. Love the Batman series. I'm looking for this game actively. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I've never played it. It looks interesting to me. $10. It's been $10 for a while. I've tried to get it with the promo. Tried to find complete in box. Really hard. Pick up this game. Pandora Tomorrow. Big time licensing issues for this Splinter Cell game. Let's take a look at the chart. I guess the chart isn't doing too great right now. We had a price spike up to 13. It's come down a little bit, but there is licensing issues with this game. It's just hard to find digitally on Steam and on the Xbox One store. You can't find it. It's just not available. It's been delisted. So I like getting this game. I picked one up. I found a copy at a local retro game store for, God, I think $10, and I was like, yeah, it makes sense. So I like the $10 price point. I do. I think it's fair. Wolfenstein. Here's Wolfenstein for 10. And yeah, let's move on. So, I mean, Harry Potter, Shrek, I like those games. The $12.99 is an interesting price point as they moved it up, a $3 threshold. So there's some rarity there. Yeah, all the Army Men games are pretty fun. I had Army Men games for N64, and I loved them. I loved them so much. They looked horrible. The gameplay was pretty bad, but they were just fun. It's hard to describe. It was hard to control these guys, and the controls were awful. But man, it was just fun being like a little army man and blowing up like things and being like mini. I don't know. It was fun. Here's an Aquaman. I mean, this is interesting. Let's take a look at Aquaman Xbox Original. Yeah, I mean, it priced up to 13, came back down to 10. Chart looks interesting. It's hard to tell if these games are taking off or what. GameStop thinks this is a rare game, so $12.99 is interesting. Goblin Commander, I've heard really good stuff about this game. So $12.99, I don't know if it's where it's been before, but that game intrigues me. Enclave intrigues me. I've heard good stuff about that. I own Battlestar Galactica. It's a cool little space shooter game. I love the series. I bought this at a retro gaming store, I believe for $12.99. So it's fun. Rogue Trooper, I own it for. Obviously says Wii, but they have one for Xbox Original. It's backwards compatible. Cool game, cool sci-fi war game. It's like a tactical strategy game. In my opinion, well worth the $12.99. If you get the deal, if they ever run, promo for the 4 for $40, you can get $3 off. But it's a fun game. Here's Just Cause. That's a fun open world game. Area 51, I heard is semi-rare. It was actually developed by the U.S. Air Force, which is kind of freaky. But definitely something on my list to get. $12.99. I mean, it's hard to tell. We'll look up the price real fast. I keep saying I'm not going to look it up, but I'm going to look it up. Area 51 Xbox. Oh, yeah. I'd pick that up. $20 CIB. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah, good thing I checked. That's a pretty good deal at $12.99. I'd pick that up. I'm intrigued by that game. Do I got one? Let me see if I got one near me. Nope. Nope. I'd like to pick that up. Um, yeah, Gladius. I used to play this back in the day. It's a turn-based strategy gladiator game. Quite fun. It's great co-op. Um, it's an RPG too. It's like an RPG turn-based gladiator game. It's really cool. It's very fun. Very fun. Definitely check out this game. $12.99 in my opinion is a good price. It's a good price. It's a fair price. Maybe I should reword that. So I'm just kind of moving through here, guys, kind of quickly because we're already an hour into this video. Constantine, I like the licensing stuff. Definitely check that out. $12.99 is interesting. And this is all just to get price records so that we can move forward and we know what's going on. Reservoir Dogs for $12.99. That intrigues me. Psyops. I've heard a lot of people rave about that game. Ultimate Alliance. I know for the 360, Ultimate Alliances are going like they're going nuts right now. All of them run like hell. I've heard interesting things about that. We're at page 30. Shattered Union. Cool game. This is a cool game. It's basically America has been thrown into a civil war, and you get to pick a side. It's a real-time strategy. You're moving troops around. You're taking helicopters. You're taking over towns and cities. It's an actual map of the United States. Cool game. It's backwards compatible. Cool game. The graphics, there's some glitches. The gameplay is kind of wonky, but cool concept. Cool concept. Unique game. Semi-rare. I picked it up, God, on eBay, I think for like $10. In my opinion, well worth it. Here's a Double Agent Xbox original. Pick it up. I like the Splinter Cells. I think there's something going on with them. I'd pick that up. Just that's me. Spartan Total Warrior. A lot of people love that game. They people in forums have talked this game up. I would like to check that out. I don't know if the $12.99 price point is the right. Time Splitters is cool. It's got level creation. It's like a first-person shooter, unique shooter, sci-fi. I think with portals. So definitely a cool game. The Suffering, cool game. It's a cool horror game. Um, you're like tortured in the game. Definitely, I would $12.99. I think that's a fair price. Um, but yeah, that's a cool horror story game. Um, so here's Need for Speed Underground. We're just kind of moving through. We're really kind of quick. We're seeing what's here. Far Cry, SSX. Okay, here's the Hulk at 15. Because I don't know what's going on with these games. I don't know if they've gone up or down. I just don't have. I've been looking at 360. I haven't really been paying attention to Xbox original, but now we are. Here's Lord of the Rings Third Age, 15. This one looks interesting to me. I have to check that out. So I remember 15. Need for Speed Most Wanted. I saw that. Return of the King. I have this great RPG fighting style game. Fun. I got the loose version. I don't have a complete box. I wish I had a complete box, but definitely a fun game. I kind of had to have. I got a deal on the loose version. I must have paid like $7 for it at a local game store. Okay, here we go. Roller Coaster Tycoon for 17. My God, back in the day, that was a fun game. The Thing, that I played it so long ago. I loved it. You're just like running through the snow and people go missing, and man, it's such a good game. Cool horror game. I really like The Thing. I don't know if $20 is the right price point though, but it's a fun game. All right, Blade 2. I think there's probably some good licensing juice in that one. Terminator. I own this. It's a double pack. You get Vice City and GTA 3, and it's in a silver case. Just kind of a cool collector item. I'm a big fan of open worlds and GTA in general, so Need for Speed Underground 2. That was a fun game. Get to design your own car, and it's kind of open world. That's a fun, cool game. I like that. There's The Suffering. I was talking about The Suffering. I think we saw another listing, but yeah, look at this game. We're up to 25 on that one. That's a fun game. Horror. It's a horror game where you decide if you. I think it's like if you murdered your family or not. Like you get to decide your outcome based on your actions. So definitely a unique game. Something that not a lot of people have. Aliens versus Predator. Okay, yeah. Here's a Family Guy video game. Land of the Dead. Road to Fiddler's Green. So this one is interesting to me. I know this game is priced at $60 at a retro gaming store at $33. That's actually pretty cheap. Land of the Dead. Let's go to Xbox. Yeah. Yeah. The chart looks freaking amazing here. We're at $70, man. Yeah, it says not available. So if this becomes available where you live, I would pick that up for $35, even loose. I'd pick that up loose. I know where one copy is right now, and I could buy one for $60. That chart looks amazing. So Predator, Concrete Jungle. Oh man, yeah. Here's the last page. Godzilla, and then Futurama at $200. 200. All right, guys, we did it. We got to the end. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think of these prices of Xbox OG games. We now have a record. We can go back. I can take a look and we can see what games were priced at and how they've changed. So we've got a record of it. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think these prices are fair on the Xbox OG games, or do you think they aren't moving too much, or they're fairly priced? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, take care.